Good morning, guys. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We have another week in the markets to get it going. What a week we had last week, huh? I mean, this trying trade war situation is just all over the place. The market sentiment is just going up, going down, pulling back. SPACs actually pulled back quite hard off all month. You've been seeing selling off since what the 295 level. Find a little bit of support in the 280s, but bouncing up and down, pulling back, run into resistance in the what the two at 89s, 290s, pulling back to now it's close at 282, 99, 283. This trade war situation got everybody freaked out, as we all know. And it has everybody uneasy. Cash is a position like we always talk about. Sometimes it's better to just kind of sit on the sidelines and let's see, let the dust settle and see what things are happening. And that's a solid way of looking at your investments, looking at your portfolio all together. If you're an intraday trader, obviously you always want to wait for the dust to settle. And 'cause if you hop in, it's more of a crapshoot. Yeah, I mean you can definitely mitigate risk, but it's a little riskier. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, we got 9 going into our watch. We still have a bearish sentiment overall. A lot of our positions haven't reached the target yet, and we have a couple new ones on our list going into Tuesday session. And that's that, guys. Let's get into it. So as you can see, we got Tesla. These guys. No need to explain this one. Our target is 185. You know what's going on with these guys. So until the market changes sentiment, might as well enjoy the ride. Next up, ATVI. ATVI, obviously been trading sideways for quite a while. Let's get this daily back up there, right? So found a little bit of support in February, March. Trade sideways, have found a little resistance in the 50s, low 50s. Now it's coming right back down to that 40 level. So that's our target, 40 level. Target number 1. We'll see if it holds, and but that's our target with our first position. And if it does breach, then we'll reassess and see where we want to go from that. But 40 is our first target there. Next up, WB. As you can see, WB traded down on the 23rd, then going sideways, pretty much putting lower highs and lower lows, getting stuffed out all day on Friday, and it hasn't reached our target yet. Our target's 41, and until the market tells us otherwise, we like it any trade below VWAP. We'll just mitigate risk at the previous high and take from there, because we definitely see this thing still fading out. But again, we want to see the dust settle. We want to see the market sentiment overall. No need to step in front of something that's not there. So we don't chase at all. Next up, we got SWKS. Looking at this thing for quite a while. Been trading this a little bit last week. I had a little bit of an update on Friday, but the overall pattern of this thing, as you can see, the past 4 days last week, what happened with it. So if it reverses and starts to fill that gap up to the low to low mid or high 70s, then we'll let it do what it does. But overall, we're feeling that the 65 level is our conservative target. We think it's gonna get back down and trade a little bit lower. But we'll see if it has some strength, then we'll get out of the way and let it increase. Triple M. As you can see, we traded this thing quite a bit last week, prior week as well. It's been selling off pretty much all month of May. Found a little bit of support, but at the end of the day, it's until it really gives you a solid reversal, then we still like it to the downside. I mean, our levels are set. We like 164. It had a little quote unquote update, not really. I mean, it closed in the green, but barely in the green on Friday. But again, it might just trade at this level for a little bit and reverse up into the level that it was previously traded before the gap. Chances are slim to none. Not seeing it, but it's trading sideways for pretty much all week last week. We just think it's a resting period. It may just be a reversal, but our sentiment is that it's a resting period. It's going to continue down a few more points to downside. Next up, LRCX. As you can see, our target is 175. Had a pretty weak weekday on Friday, getting stuffed out left and right on a VWAP, putting lower highs and lower lows. So we'd have like this thing to the 175 level. XPO. Our target's 48, and had to try to have a little bit of run after lunch, but you can see clearly what happened. It closed weak almost to the low of the day. So it's a nice day two continuation for us. Till market changes the sentiment, we like this thing to the 48 level. Cena has been good for us, trading it down since the 23rd, and it just your lower highs and lower lows all day on Friday. And we like this thing. Where's our target on this one? 35, right? So conservatively, we like them probably a little bit, a couple points above 35, but we got a solid 2-3 points to downside. We're gonna catch most of the meat of on this move here. And again, anytime it trades below VWAP, we'll step in, mitigate risk, and take down. Last but not least, we got XEC. XEC, our target 60. It's been trading sideways since the 23rd. Well, yeah, 23rd really. It's kind of heading back to that beginning of the year low that it bounced off of. Our target 60. That's conservative. We definitely like this thing because it's quite. It's in that channel to the downside, descending channel that we like trading. So again, we got four points of downside. It's going to be a nice significant move for us. Pretty high institutional ownership, decent ATR, so it's one of our stars. We like this thing pretty strong to the downside. So we're gonna mitigate risk in this thing. The second it starts to trade below VWAP, we'll step in and mitigate. So that's what we got going on, guys. We got 9 in our session, and it's gonna be we'll wrap up the end of the week, end of the month rather. Pretty strong here, so we got it going, man. We got nine's a solid list. Obviously we are gonna be patient as we always do. Let the market kind of trade off 10, 15, 20 minutes to see what the sentiment is overall. Then we'll step in, put on some positions, and mitigate risk the way we do. But anyway, guys, if you want to see how we're doing, how we're trading these stocks, how we're picking our watch list, any of those questions, come check out at the site at streettrading.com, and we'll sort you out on the 90-day course. All right, guys, have a great day in the market. Be very, very patient. Be diligent with your stops, and let price come to you. All right, guys, have a great day in the markets. We will check you later.